Another day, another leg day. Let's get to it. We're gonna squat today, and my goal is to do more weight than last time because I feel fully recovered. We need to slowly adapt, okay? Let the body recover. And if I can do it with proper technique, if I can recover for next session and not be in a wheelchair, well, that means we adapted. So that's how I go about it to know if I want to increase the weight or not for my squat session. I just go by feeling because everybody's got different genetics for recovery, and there's different factors involved as well, but you need to find what works for you. You want to get yourself some bigger legs, you want to get a bit more condition, you gotta squat, man. It's one of the best, if not the best, leg exercise. Let's get to it.
So the main goal for this session was to improve my squats, how much I can do. So how do you do that? Well, you gotta do your volume. First things first, if you only do one set of 8 reps, for example, it's probably not enough for most people. Most people, what works for them is 3 to maybe 7 sets max, usually 3 to 5 sets of, I'd say like 4 to 10 reps sets usually works great for most people to get a mix of strength and muscle mass going on. So that's what I did. I did 4 sets of 8 reps today with 340 pounds. I always try to find a weight that I can stick to for at least 4 to 6 working sets for the bodybuilding rep ranges. If I want to go for strength training, like 6 reps or below, I don't really care if I can't do it for many sets, but for bodybuilding rep ranges, for 8 to 15 rep ranges, I like to stick to a certain weight and build up volume with that certain amount of weight. That for me works great to blow up my legs, blow up my glutes, and it just works great. You know, I really love it. It's a great technique for me that works for me. It might not work for you, but I recommend you try it. Try to find a good weight you can stick to for at least 4 to 7 working sets of, I'd say, 8 to 15 rep ranges. That's usually the sweet spot for most people. But for me, I like to do 8 to 12 reps for squats. That's what I like to do personally. Like I said earlier, everybody's got different genetics. Everybody's got different things that works for them. But for me, that's what works for me right now. So I'm going to keep doing it. I can do this workout right now today, and I'll be fresh 3 to 4 days from now, and I'll do it again. And, you know, it's just, you got to figure out things that works for you and not always do what others do. It might be too much volume. It might be not enough for you to adapt. You got to really figure it out through trial and error. That's the game of bodybuilding or even strength training. You know, everybody's got different limits, so you got to find it. That's my recommendation to you: trial and error. And if you feel like your next session, your next squat session, you cannot do as much volume, it feels off, you feel tight, you feel restricted, it might have been too much. You're not recovered, basically. It might have been too much, so you might want to back off a little bit on the volume, maybe go a little bit lighter, or maybe cut on a few sets. Maybe you've done too many sets. So you got to figure it out, you know. That's my recommendation. I know it's I say that because I know it's very confusing when you lift. You want to get bigger and stronger, and then you see all these posts on Instagram and TikTok and people doing crazy amount of volume. But man, you got to keep in mind that most of these people are on steroids, okay? And we're keeping it natural over here. I've been natural for over, I think, 11 or 12 years now. Never touched PEDs. And that's my goal for this channel, is to really try to motivate and inspire people to stay natural, because you can achieve amazing things if you push yourself and just train smart and hard. If you only train hard, it's probably not going to be good enough. If you train like a fucking moron, you're probably going to injure yourself sooner or later, and it might be a major injury. So you got to be really careful how you do things and how much you do them. So that's my recommendation to you, okay? Everything I say here is just what works for me. Like I said earlier, it might not work for you, but give it a go, you know. Use a weight that works for you. Do things that work for you. Try different things. Try different exercises. Like today I did dumbbell lunges right here. I'm tired of doing the leg press. And dumbbell lunges for me, they feel so good. I feel it in my quads a lot, in my glute. And I'm going to keep doing them. I only use a 50-pound right here, and it was way too easy. So next time I'm gonna do a little bit more heavier, like maybe 60 to 70 pound lunges, and just try to push the limits slowly but surely, get the body adapted to more volume and training frequency. And then your body adapts, gets bigger, gets stronger, gets more conditioned, you feel good, you look good, and then you get cracked out of your mind and you want to do it over and over again because it's so addictive, and I love it. I love it. That's why I shared this with you, and I want to make people understand that you can do it. You don't need these drugs. And as much as I know it's going to trigger some people out there, I really don't give a shit, okay? I'm going to say what I got to say, and that's it. You can do whatever you want. I don't care if people do performance-enhancing drugs. It's up to you. It's your life. You're an adult. You can do whatever the fuck you want, okay? But for me over here, I'm trying to keep it natural. I'm trying to influence people to stay natural, to stay healthy, and do it for years and years and decades on end, because I'm going to still do this in 20, 30 years from now. I don't need drugs. Let's get to it. Let's get massive. Train like an animal, eat like an animal, sleep like a baby, and get massive. That's the goal. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day. Go exercise. It doesn't matter if it's lifting weights or a walk. Just do something. It's free, and it's good for you, for your mental and physical health. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Helps out the channel. Subscribe if not already. I post pretty much every single day bodybuilding videos. Thank you for watching. Take it easy, and have a good day.